for those of us that are addicted to food or sugars, what ends up happening is when we're feeling down about ourselves, when we want to make ourselves feel better, what do we turn to? We turn to food. So we open the pantry and we see all these sweets or all these quote-unquote unhealthy foods. Once we start to eat those to make ourselves feel better, and we get that dopamine release so it makes us feel good, the other part of us is beating ourselves up because we know we shouldn't be eating that. Because we're telling ourselves, you dummy, why did you do that? Why did you eat that food? Why didn't you go for the healthier option? So when we're beating ourselves up, we're also feeling bad about ourselves. So what's a comfort thing that we turn to again is food. So then you eat more. Beat yourself up, make yourself feel better, beat yourself up, and it's just this cycle. And I've gone through it this week, and I did that a little bit. I just kept going back to the pantry, and I don't know what specific feeling I was feeling. I don't know if I was sad, upset, what the feeling was, but I caught myself and I was understanding. And the worst thing you can do is be a jerk to yourself, because we're already harsh enough on ourselves. We already compare ourselves to everybody else's. We can't beat ourselves up. And an analogy that I've heard time and time again is like, what would you tell your best friend? What would you tell your mom? What would you tell your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your child, if they were the ones doing this? Would you tell them, hey, you're a dummy, why did you do that? No, you would say, it's okay, just get right back on track. So you can't take back what happened last night. You can't take that back, and that's not going to ruin all of your progress. 80% of the time, if you're good 80% of the time, and you kind of, slack off the other 20%, you're going to make progress towards your goal. But it's getting in those 80%, you're slacking off and you're not paying attention, you're not going to the gym, you're not eating correctly, and it puts us in this cycle of, well, nothing ever works for me. Or we start beating ourselves up, so we turn to that comfort stuff, whether it's food, alcohol, sex, gambling, drugs, whatever the case may be. But how do we make ourselves feel better? It's going in that cycle. So we have to just realize when we're doing that, we have to realize and understand that we're not benefiting from it, from beating ourselves up, but we are benefiting from catching ourselves in the moment, saying, okay, Justin, you were doing this, try to understand the feelings and tell yourself it's okay, but you don't have to keep down this path. You can stop. So really the key is to catch yourself. Not to degrade yourself while you're doing it, but to catch yourself and then understand why, think about what you're feeling or what emotions you're feeling, and understand that that's not the path you have to go down.